Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This will be taken to the back of the end zone, and he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Tonight, 180. 6-man. Check. Hard ball. Check. Check. Hot route. Hot.
Goff on first down. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Value three.
Here's the third-round pick from Memphis. It's Darrell Henderson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, Henderson is a junior at Memphis last year, better than 1,900 yards, had 25 total touchdowns. They drafted him in the 3rd round in an effort to try to give Todd Gurley some support in a backup role. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Henderson will try and run for the first. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the first quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic ability to take over and spill them.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
58, Mike, let it go. At 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Let's go, D.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Back.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. And he comes back with 1 complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Let's go.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Five. Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59.
Now it's gone. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
4 down. Check.
A shotgun snap for gone. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
He's going to field this at the 4. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now Jackson on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more coming.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Jackson escaping the pressure right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Samson Abuka able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here's Bradley Pena now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Return there after a punt of 47. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
We go tonight. 180. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, Shell!
They'll fake the give. Now gone. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Out of the gun. Gone. And that will be incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Second and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Check three. Hey, check 25. Watch 25. Rush in. That's it.
They go play action with Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Let him know. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Watch the screen.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they work this out past the 25. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And the Buccaneers first down.
Look at double.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Under 10.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Jones. Corey Littleton, Pro Bowler for the first time a season ago, in to make the tackle.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
No.
Now Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a costly turnover there, as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Check. Fresno.
Following the fumble recovery. Gone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. But some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Right there.
Here's Jones. John Johnson, one of the leading tacklers from the safety position in the NFL, there to make the stop.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Gone. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Last year for Everett, just 33 catches, 2 touchdowns, but he really has a chance to cement himself as a top tight end in this offense. People around the organization said he had a really good offseason, and he's ready to make that next step. Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Keep playing hard. We go. 180. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. Just me and you.
And they take a knee.
What? 20.
45. Here we go. Let's bring it.
What?
And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And surprisingly, they take a knee. And no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee. Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl, Johnny Hekker, on to punt for the Rams. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This will be fielded at the 17. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Let's go now. 15, Ronnie. 59. Get in the weight room. Shoot.
And down to a knee. Well, that's one option.
It's a loss of a yard.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. So on 4th down, out comes the Bucs free agent signee Bradley Pinion to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. He'll return it from the 6. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3-and-out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
We go tonight. Line 20.
59. Mike to 59. Hey, check.
Okay.
And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee. Here's Johnny Hekker now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. It's taken to the 26. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taken in at the 11. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And down to a knee. Well, that's one option.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And they will take a knee here.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Here we go. 18 Gators. Got 2 pop.
And on fourth down, they come up and take the knee.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
What? 180.
Get off the field. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got 4. We got 4.
Two for 66.
45.
Now Goff on first down. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, the defense did their job, and then, boom, a one-play drive. The offense does their job pretty well, too.
Is that called rewarding them and thanking them for what they did? They went right out and put points on the board. Thank you so much for getting us the football.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Jones. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. And they take a knee. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They've gone to the second quarter now in Denver. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And they will take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's third down.
And what is going on here? I've got third down. Screen shows third down, but they've got the punt team out there. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
At the 30-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
3rd and 4.
Nuts. 120.
Check 45 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning.
Even. 4 down. Even.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. Out left, he's got it to Everett. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Gone. Launching one for Henderson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check, 59. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Now gone. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Goff on 3rd down. Carrying it out deep for Woods. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Looking for Woods that time. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll run it with Jones. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. On the stop was Aaron Donald. A first throw for the backup Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So possession goes over here on the punt.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does...
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. Check right, check right.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Recon, 132 fighter.
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59. I'm scared.
After the interception, here's Gall. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to throw. Gone. That is caught at the 7. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
We go. Check, 45 to Mike.